Peace, family. I hope you guys are happy and healthy. I'm not doing anything really interesting, to be honest with you. I am sitting in my mulch picking out grass. It's slightly rainy today. It rained a little bit. Then I came out here to move my Barbados cherry into a pot. Isn't she lovely? She's been sitting over by the window for a while, and I wanted to, give her her best chance, of course. So even though it's kind of rainy, actually cloudy days and sort of rainy days are the best days to move your plants. Put them in the garden bed, put them in the pot, put them in the ground. It's a nice day to transition without getting hit with a lot of sun right after, and stressing them out. So I just picked up the camera because I feel like I haven't recorded a lot lately. Birthdays in my house and work, and just when I come out here, I'm like, I feel like I'm behind, even though I'm definitely not behind. But there's always something to do in the garden. There's a long list. So sometimes when I come out here, I just like try to hurry up and get it done while I have the time. But I created this channel so I could share that. And tomorrow, I think, is a sunny day. Excuse me on the angles, because I'm just talking to y'all while I'm pulling all this grass out of here. I definitely am seeing that I need to put more mulch down, so I'm going to do that today or tomorrow before we get more rain and more grass. I'm going to show you here, though, because I am quite delighted with this area right now. This is not grass. These are garlic planted all around my peach tree, which is looking nice and bushy, getting so much new growth. And if you look closely, there are a few peaches on there. You can probably only see one from here, from this angle. My comfrey has just been stunning lately, getting big and beautiful. I just recently got a few leaves off of there and put it in my compost tea. My echinaceas are looking tall, and that one over there has a flower and is making more, and this one is making a flower as well. And I'm quite pleased. My daughter was not feeling well yesterday and the day before, but mostly the day before. She had a fever and stuff, and I feel like she tests my homesteadedness in a way that, like, one day she was like, "Mommy, can we make veggie soup?" And I was like, ugh, she just bust out with that. But I had stuff. I had carrots that I had blanched and frozen from the farmer's market. I had some broth that I saved from something that my husband cooked like 2 nights before. I had green beans that I had blanched and frozen from my garden. I had turkey that I saved from Thanksgiving that had been in the freezer waiting for purpose. And we had winter squash that we grew last year in Mommy's garden. And me and my baby put together a beautiful veggie soup. And so that's what I mean in a way that she tests my homesteadedness. It helps me to stop and think, am I really prepared for any type of situation? And in this case, she was not feeling well, and so I did give her ibuprofen and acetaminophen, because alternating, which is Tylenol and Motrin. Those are the other names for those. And but that just manages the actual fever. It doesn't manage whatever the issue is that's giving her the fever. So fevers are not necessarily a bad thing. It lets us know that your body is fighting something off. And so what I wanted to do was assist her in fighting that something off. So I wanted to make her some tea, and I used my echinacea. You can use the leaves, you can also use the flowers. The most potent part is the roots, but mine are very young, so I'm not planning to use the roots this year at all. But I was able to go ahead and harvest some leaves and flower petals for my baby to make some tea. I put elderberry in there, which I don't have. I have an elderberry tree. It hasn't produced for me yet, so the elderberry that I used was from the farmer's market. And what else did I put in there? Now I can't think. This is all impromptu. As you can see, I had my hair wrap on, y'all. Sorry, but it's just a rainy, dirty day. Anyways, I was very proud of myself for having something in my garden to give my baby while she was not feeling well. I'm also growing yarrow, which is great for reducing fevers. So hopefully, eventually, I will not need the Motrin and stuff. I will have everything in my garden for the fever, for headaches. I also had some lavender that I didn't put in her tea, but I put it in her bath. So I made her tea with the echinacea and stuff. Oh, I put mullein in the tea. And the blue butterfly pea, I put that in there mainly for color. I'm actually not sure if it has like immune benefits, but I just know everybody loves to drink it, and it's pretty and it has a nice flavor. So I made the tea and I stopped and I was like, okay, so I'm growing elderberry, so eventually I won't have to source that. I grew this echinacea, so I don't have to source that. That's really, really good for your immune system. And the mullein, I tried to start seeds. I'm gonna try again, but I have seeds for them. So what I'm doing is really trying to eliminate having to purchase and outsource things for us. That's food, but that's also medicine. So if you're growing your garden, I encourage you to think about medicinal herbs and things that you can grow, and learning about medicinal properties that some of the things have that you maybe didn't know about. Like oregano is antibacterial. Get out of here. There's a bug bothering me. I'm sorry, this video is super impromptu. But that's my whole channel anyway. I don't always know what I'm gonna say or do in the video. I'm just here to share myself with you, my moments in the garden. This is a moment in the garden. If you have a little mulched area, you see people's gardens and they look so nicely groomed. Please don't think they threw mulch down once and that was it. The mulch breaks down, so which is a good thing for your planting spaces, but also not so good because as it breaks down, it's making more nice rich soil, which grass loves to grow in. Everything loves to grow in. I'm also looking around me because there's always spiders out here and I try not to bother them, and I definitely don't want them bothering me. So that was the tea. Then I gave her a ginger bath, and ginger is a really, really good, not just inside but outside, to help draw out impurities. So I gave her a lukewarm bath and I put ginger in there. My ginger has not produced yet, so it was ginger from the store, but I am growing ginger. I do have ginger planted, so I will eventually be able to just take my own ginger and put it in the bath. I also put lavender in her bath. That was from my garden. I did that just to help her relax and rest, because hydration and rest is really what sick babies need. But sometimes when you don't feel good, it's hard to sleep and stuff. So I just added that in. And then I also did Epsom salt, which you can't grow. And okay, sorry about that. My husband called in the middle of my video. So in her bath, she had ginger, lavender. I used ginger powder, but I also just cut up some fresh ginger and put it in there. Lavender that I just cut a few pieces off the little plant that I have, and the salts. And man, she felt so much better after that bath. So I don't know what made me start talking about that, but I'm finished pulling the grass out because I was still doing that while I was talking to my husband. Well, almost finished. I mean, you're never finished. That's why I'm gonna have to put some more mulch down. But I'll show you. It's looking way better. It was grass everywhere. Over here. It's looking better. When I laid these down, I did put cardboard down first. So this grass is growing through all that. But again, cardboard breaks down, which is really good for the soil. And but that means grass likes it as well. So I'm gonna turn it around actually and show you guys the area. What I'm attempting to do is cover up this stuff that, like, I can't plant in the ground around this thing or that thing. So I am gonna be putting more containers and stuff over here. So the Barbados cherry will be here. And I'm hoping it gets bushy and starts kind of covering that up. And I'll probably maybe put something else here. And then I am still planting or putting containers here too. But I do think this area is coming along. I'm gonna hang some flowers there, hopefully, if the seeds come out. That is mommy's mint. Something else is gonna go right there. Show you guys. I want this area to be beautiful, even though I can't plant in the ground. So these are my indigo cherry tomatoes. And hanging in this, I got that bag. I got some gifts in that bag for Christmas one year, and I thought that looks like a grow bag to me. So this area, I feel like it's coming along. I want to have more things flowing. I'm gonna plant cucumbers. I actually have them. I just need to put them in the hanging planter. Peach is doing well. Since I'm up, I can give you guys a better look at the peach. It's got some babies. It's got some babies on there. I think this little side bed is definitely coming along. Can you guys remember? It was bare. It was just sand when we moved in. So I'm so happy. I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm getting stuck. I'm gonna start floating through the garden with you guys the way that I do when nobody else is here. But I just wanted to say, hey, I'm still here. I'm doing well. I hope you guys are happy and healthy and doing well as well. I hope you are in your garden. I do have other videos that haven't been edited yet that you guys need to see. We're going to talk about the bugs and all kind of stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Guys, I forgot to show you or tell you my idea for this part of the fence. See, this is still bare. That is my storage area. This is where I stored my turmeric and my sweet potatoes, which you can see are now waking up. So these will be moving to a sunnier location, but I kept them here because it barely gets any sun down there, but it gets rained on. So I didn't water these, I didn't move them, I didn't do anything. I just kept them cool and didn't let them fully totally dry out. And there's a couple different kinds of sweet potatoes in here. These are the ones I got from Diva Jones. Go back and watch my video called Did I Grow Sweet Potatoes This Time? And that'll show you what are in here. So I have white ones and some purple ones in there that should be waking up soon. I'll have to find places for them. But so all that is moving. But what I want to do is grow like small watermelons, maybe cantaloupe, things that can grow. We're gonna do planter boxes of some sort hanging from the fence, and then the watermelons small, like sugar babies or like cantaloupes. They will grow down and just kind of flow and act like a ground cover for me down here, which will be cool. So that way the ground cover will also help keep the grass from growing over there. So I just wanted to show you guys. So remember how it looks right now, guys, because it will be different. The only reason we have this cactus and this frog up here is because of the cats. The cats come in the yard, and I think they come from there. They probably also come from the other corner, but they poop in my yard. They poop in my mulch over here by my lilies, and I just can't stand it. So y'all know I have another video called The Cat is the Enemy of the Garden. But anyways, guys, it's about to start raining, which will be great for my Barbados cherry since it just got planted in its planter. And I'm gonna go chill for a minute before I make some apple pectin, which I'll tell you guys about later. Y'all be blessed. Peace.